Simple question to start with. What do you define as coaching?
Where to start, no? Yeah. I think coaching, you want to influence players. What for us is really important is that there's a lot of freedom inside, and that's the only way, in my opinion, to improve players. They need to feel freedom. With Jurgen, we have somebody who throws confidence at you and speaks to the players directly, what goes into their hearts. I think that's really important as well, because a player with confidence and a player without confidence is something completely different.
So what would be the most rewarding part of being a coach? Is it seeing stuff that you've worked on in training out on the pitch, or is there something else?
You see players grow. That's the main thing, that you see them grow in confidence, that you see them grow as a person, that you see them grow as a player in terms of feeling more free and trying more things. So these things make me really feel proud.
Do you get a particular excitement from coaching younger players, or is it the mid-range players, or the older players with experience? Because you obviously have to manage them in different ways.
We always say that talent needs models, they don't need criticism. I'm a big believer in that. Melwood, or now AXA, has so many unwritten rules, so many rules nobody speaks about, but makes players. So if they see Mo Salah in the gym before doing the things for pre-activation, a young player comes in, there's nothing more powerful than that, no? I can tell him 100 times to go in the gym, but if he sees Mo Salah walking in that direction, he will walk behind him.
Obviously, over certainly the reign of Jurgen Klopp, there's been a real identity at this club. How do you create that? How do you build that?
Jurgen is really clear in the way he wants to play. So, but when he came in, the main two rules were, one, everybody is responsible for everything. So that means that everybody is responsible for defending, and everybody is responsible for attacking. Everybody is responsible to get the ball back. And the second thing is that counter-pressing isn't a proposal, it's a law. So already there, you create one, a team, and two, an idea.
They are the champions of the world, they are the champions of Europe, and they are the champions of their own land.
In your time here, it's been incredibly successful. But there are one or two periods, of course, in anybody's life where things don't go so well. When they're not going so well, are you just steadfast, this is still the best way to do it? Or do you look at things and think, oh, this might be what we have to adapt? Or is this is just the Liverpool way and it will eventually come good if we do the right things?
This is the best question, and I have the answer now, not half a year ago. So it's arrogant to think, no, that life always goes up, up, up. Everybody will feel adversity at one moment in time where a game doesn't go, or 2 games doesn't go, or a season doesn't go as planned. In these moments of difficulty, you get judged. Then you have to be a coach who can give clarity. It's always in the context of what the team needs. If you get injuries in main positions, if you you lose 2 or 3 games in the same manner, of course you have to adapt, you have to correct the ones who didn't move in the way you want them to move. The problem with this is that with time, if you always change strategically to the opposition, is that players start playing towards the opposition and not towards themselves. So you lose creativity, you lose counter-pressing, you lose, you know what I mean? Because you focus on the things you don't have, you focus on them.
When you do dip into the transfer market, does that player have to adapt to your way, or can the team sort of adapt to their qualities as well?
What was earlier, the chicken or the egg? If you buy the right players, you have both. So let's take Thiago. I think in that time there were not many players who could improve our game. Did he transform the team? Yes, but the team definitely transformed him. I still remember Man United away, one of the first games after his injury when he came back, and he was all, if you go with the man here, then I go there. I was like, no, that's not how we do. We want to open gaps to win balls, not the opposite. Now he's explaining all the new boys how to defend.
Liverpool over the years have bought, their main players, I guess, have been sort of 23, 24 years of age. How exciting is that when you get a player that is not the best player in the world at that time, but you're still buying a lot of potential?
First of all, it's bringing the right player in. The right mentality, the character, the passion for training, the ambition to go to the next level themselves, and everything you saw in the videos you see or when you speak with them breeds that passion for the game, for our club. We will do everything to help you make the next step, to become a consistent Premier League player who makes the difference in the Premier League. The responsibility the moment you sign for us becomes 50-50. It's you and us.
Darwin Núñez fascinates me. He could be the most incredible player, but I think he's so raw. I didn't expect him to be so raw. As a coach, you must be rubbing your hand together thinking you could help this guy reach the absolute pinnacle.
Yeah. We love to work with these ones because the passion is insane. The ambition is even higher than the passion. The love for the ball, the goal. Each game he creates 6 chances by himself. And this is a new chapter. It's a LFC back to the real number 9 chapter, basically. I think whatever front three you put now with Jots, with Darwin, with Bobby, with Mo, with Luis, with Cody, you have a front three. One who can have the willingness to work really hard, and 2 who can create speed-ups in different ways, yeah.
I wouldn't mind if you could take me down to actually put some of this stuff in practice and show me some of the team goals that you take pride in as a coach.
So we use the team meeting room the day before the game. It's to put like this strategic idea, like, okay, how are we going to approach this game? What will be the main things? We watch like 7-8 clips. This is the pre-activation before the -1.
The mental
game.
one.
The one like, and the focus and concentration is insane, of course, if you can imagine.
I can imagine, yeah. So this is the first goal that you've got for us. This is Brighton away. What are you looking for in this?
We want to play as high as possible, as often as possible, and we want our best players on the ball as often as possible. It's a perfect situation because normally the team is open. A lot of teams in the Premier League go long against us, but we really want them to play. We want to give them the feeling that they can play. I like this clip a lot, and we use it a lot as well because it explains our defensive ideas and our organizations really well. We want to close the gaps, but not close them completely, so that they can still play these passes. You have our block of 7, our last line, plus the 3 midfielders. And if you would watch this clip, we could only focus on them, how they move, how they close the easy passes on the inside, and how they help the front 3. Or we could watch the clip completely and only focusing on the front 3. If you see Bobby now already is closing the easy pass to the inside. Mo is already defending the fullback and the centre half, for an example. And he gives the press already a clear sign, no? So they're going to the other side. Bobby went from the 6 to the outside to the to the centre. Did we ever coach that he goes there? No, but he's playing our principle.
You've got 3 against 2 at the back there. You're not concerned?
No, because the ball still has to get there.
It's got to get there.
And it takes seconds to get there, so it gives time. Yeah. And the other thing, the only way to get there with the ball is a ball through the air. If you press high, you force a long pass, a long ball from the opposition. The best would be a long pass under maximum pressure because it's not as precise, no? That's why we signed Ibu, for an example. Our centre halves need to be strong in the air because pressing creates long balls. You need players who can solve the situation with legs, so they need to be super fast. Verge, Ibu, Joel, Joey, Robbo, Trent, they're all really, really fast. So here you see Nico jumping, but he feels he cannot reach there, so he's still closing, but he leaves the man free. That's why I say we don't play against the man, we play against the ball. Again, Ox is defending 2 or even 3, and this is the gap we left open. Naby was waiting for this pass to come to steal from the blind side of the player.
It takes the whole 11 players to commit to this. And one break of the chain, all of a sudden, you're in trouble.
In life, you're as strong as your weakest link.
Absolutely.
That's why I say 11 pressing, 1 brain. 11 pressing, 1 brain.
Alexander-Arnold. Towards the back post, and Firmino. Stooping header, making it 1 apiece.
2 things I like here. 1, we do quick, so Man City is still not organized, so we try to do, we use a quick throw, because it creates a free player with Hendo or Fabinho there. Our triangle with Dejan, Verge and Fab has to be stable. They have to protect us, but they need to be ready to connect the game to the opposite side. We only have Robbo on the outside structure of them, only Robbo. So we're creating organized chaos on the inside spaces with Sadio with Bobby, Mo, Gini. So it's difficult for them to control because they always have players in their back. They're double six in this case.
And you wouldn't worry about that in terms of if you do lose the ball, all of a sudden you might be outnumbered on a certain area?
If you would not counter-press, you're completely right. If you look now, we have Hendo and Fabinho as a double six, so you're protected with the two centre-halves. The guy who loses the ball, not immediately reacts. If the ones who are deeper, not pushing up to protect the situation, then it becomes a problem. This moment, tack, tack, tack. That's how it should look. One of my favorite goals is the fullback to fullback goal because it represents that every player is free to attack the box. Fullback to fullback, 8 to 8, winger to winger. I love it. I love it.
Henderson nicked it. Shota's one way, Salah's the other. He's on an Old Trafford hat-trick here, Mo Salah. And he captures the moment.
If you see how close we are to each other, we are basically between 3 stripes, no, with the whole team.
Yeah.
So it's difficult for them to play inside us. If they play inside us, no time to think, no time to turn. We can really steal from each position because you're close to each other.
Is that your biggest fear as a team then, getting stretched? That's when you're most vulnerable?
Yeah, but you cannot play high pressing with being stretched because you go defending a whole half a pitch. So, but in these moments, our midfield press, compact, organized, tight and aggressive. It's a proper counter-pressing situation. We just lose the ball. Look where Hendo is and where he's going to win the ball. He has still a player in front of him. He's not playing against the man. He is the one who lost the ball. He should be the first impulse, no? This counter-press situation is brilliant because Bobby and Hendo are creating a 2v1 situation, if you see. So you have a 2v1 situation with your striker who chases from behind. A counter-press is only as good as what you do with it. So it only ends with first pass forward or one pass to the side and second pass forward. But this pass of Hendo is just insane and puts Mo inside of 1-1. And honestly, there's probably in world football, there's not a better finisher than Mo in 1v1 situations with the goalie.
That has been an absolutely fascinating afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Man, really nice. Thanks.